Welcome in, my friends, to Sparkle Haven at Crystal Cove Community Village. My name is Lazy Retired Granny, and I'll be your hostess for about the next hour or so while we gab, diamond paint, and do some show and share. So it is Tuesday, the 9th of January, 2026. The time is 5:38 a.m. here in cloudy, rainy, cool Salem, Oregon. And beside me, I have my hot caffeinated medium blend coffee with French vanilla creamer today. And I do have the fireplace a-going, and it's the same melt as yesterday. And yep, here's Johnny. I am continuing my journey on Jack Sparrow. Yep. So I am hoping, we don't know if it's going to happen yet or not, to do this square and this one today. We will see if I meet my goal. Okay, so I'm bringing things up on my computer. One moment, please. I'm just checking out a few things that I forgot to do. Okay, alrighty, we're ready to rock and roll. So let's get the dollar store readers on. Turn on the light. There we go. Alrighty, so I am ready to go here. What do I want to do? I think I'll do the E's. 15. Okay, so what was my exciting day yesterday? Boy, I tell you, all kinds of stuff happened yesterday. I took my grandson to school, and it was raining, so I had to turn on the windshield wipers. And it's been so dry here, and I haven't been anywhere with the car, so the windshields were kind of, the windshield was kind of dirty, dusty. So I, used the windshield spray stuff. And then the back windshield wiper, I turned it on, and boy, it was really dirty. So I turned on the sprayer, to spray out the washer stuff. And I was looking in the rearview mirror when I did it, and you're not going to believe this. Oh, this only happens to me. If odd things happen, yep. So I turned on the squirter thing, and it was squirting on the inside of the car, not the outside. It's like, what the heck? So I thought, well, all right, that's weird. I'll have to ask David about that. So I took my grandson to school, dropped him off, came back home, and of course, forgot about asking David about that. So then I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I went back out again a couple hours later. I had to run to the post office and mail something. And then it dawned on me, oh, I didn't tell David about that. So when I was at the post office, I put the package in and then went back to my car. And while I was thinking about it, I called David and I told him, what had happened. And he goes, what are you talking about? And he goes, I'm not understanding what you're saying. And I said, well, when I turned those squirter things on, it didn't squirt the outside of the car. It was going to the inside of the car. And he said, that's impossible. That can't happen. And he was getting a little aggravated. He thought I was, going crazy again. So I said, well, I'm just about home. And he said, okay. I said, it's no big deal. I just won't use it. And so I got home and he was outside waiting for me. I think he thought Mom has just really lost it this time. So he opens up the back of the car and he says, okay, use the squirter thing. So I turned it on, and it is indeed squirting on the inside of the car, not the outside. And he just stands there, and it's like, what is going on? And I'm laughing because, I was right. I'm not nuts. So, anyway, I said, it's no big deal. We'll worry about it another day. I just won't use it. So anyway, what we kind of sort of think what happened was about, I don't know, a month ago maybe? I don't know when it was. Days go by so fast. My rear brake light burned out. And so he put in a new light for me. And when he had the back opened up, and I said, oh, look at that dirt that's on the inside of the car, up by the, I don't know how to explain it. I said, I just had my car washed, and I hadn't washed the inside. I still haven't, but that's not here or there. I noticed that it was just filthy, around the edges there by the window and stuff. So I got my cleaner and stuff out and was cleaning and was trying to get all that gunk off. And we think that maybe I did something. I unloosened something, or I don't know, when I was washing that. So anyway, that's for another day. I don't need to use it. So yeah, so that was silly. Yeah. And then I came home. Well, then, I went inside and I don't know. But then I thought, I better get that spaghetti going while I'm thinking about it. So I made some spaghetti and garlic bread. And that was so good. Yum, yum, yum. So I did make Ellie a little bit of hamburger. And so she could eat that thinking, she was having the same thing as me. And then I sat down and I turned on TV and got I think I'm all caught up on the new episodes of Acorn TV that I watch. And anyway, I ate my spaghetti and my garlic bread. It was so good. And I got kind of tired. So I thought, well, there's this other new show I'd kind of like to watch, see what it's about. It was a documentary. And So, yep, Ellie was beside me and I laid down, and that's the last I remember. And I slept until, I don't know, it was like, I think it was like 5:30, 5:45, if I remember right. I can't remember. And so I got up, and of course it's Monday night, and that's one of the nights that I diamond paint and chat with Julie S. on the phone. And so she sent me a message, and she said, well, I'll be able to, do it at the regular time that we do it. And I thought, okay, well, I've had a nap. I'm rested, so I can diamond paint for a little bit, because I didn't diamond paint yesterday after the whip and chat and whatnot. So, yeah, because I was doing other projects. And so, there's an 8 I missed. So anyway, I did that with her last night, and so that was fun. And then we ended up, I think we stayed on the phone till, I don't know, 10 o'clock. And she had to get up early this morning. Well, she had to check into work a little bit earlier today. What am I doing? The ones. I forgot what I was doing. I got engrossed in my story. So, yeah, so I was able to finish my square. So I got my 2 squares done yesterday. So then, oh, I forgot to say the exciting thing that happened yesterday, as if that wasn't exciting enough. So I went to the post office and dropped off a package, and the mail carrier, we got the alert what's coming in our mail for the day, and there was 2 packages that were supposed to be delivered. Well, it doesn't tell you who they're being delivered for. So anyway, when I was on my way to the post office, I saw the mail carrier out and about. So I thought, well, I'll stop and get the mail on my way back, because they'll have been at our house by then. So I checked the thing, and it said the packages had been delivered in the mailbox. So I stopped and got those packages, which was not for me. It was for my son and daughter-in-law upstairs. So anyway, I went and was going to put the packages at their house. But I noticed that my son's work van was there. And I thought, oh, he must have had a short day at work today, because I did see him leave early in the morning yesterday. And so I yelled, and I said, Kevin, and no answer. So I rang the doorbell. Of course, Negan was there at the door, and my older grandson came to the door, and I go, oh, you're not working today? And he goes, yeah, we only went in for a few hours, and then we were done. And I said, oh, well, is your dad here? And he said, no. He took my other grandson that I take to school. He picked him up at school and took him for a driving test. So I said, oh. And so I waited and waited and waited all day for somebody to tell me if he had passed or failed, and there wasn't an announcement on Facebook. And so when I was talking to Julie last night, I said, they never contacted me. I said, so maybe that means he didn't pass it. So I said, well, I think I'm going to text my grandson. So I sent him a text and I said, did you pass your driving test? And he texted back and he said, yes. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. So he said, but, oh, no hallelujahs here. For some reason, and I didn't ask him the reason, he can't pick up his license until today. He's got to go back and pick it up today. He says, so you'll have to take me to school today, Tuesday. And then he said, I should be able to drive to school Wednesday and Thursday. So I'll ask him today why they didn't give him his license. Because when I've gone in before, you know, they just give it to you right away. So I don't know, maybe their system was down or who knows what. So I said, well, usually, you know, I said, you know, they should have given you a temporary paper license. And I didn't hear anything more from him, so I don't know. So I don't know if I'm taking him to school or not today. We'll see. So, yeah. So that's pretty exciting news that Granny's taxi service is retiring. At least for right now. We'll see what happens here. So, but that's exciting news. So I'm going to have a new schedule again in the morning. So, yeah, so I had that long nap yesterday and I stayed up. I probably went to sleep. I started a new book last night. And yeah, I went online and found some Prime books that are free that you get with the subscription. And so I picked out a few so I would have some choices. If I don't like one, you know, I can try another one. And I went on my Chromebook to do it because for some reason I can't figure it out on my reader. So I did that. And then anyway, Ellie did not go out to go potty before we went to bed. She went to bed and that was it. She wasn't getting back up. So anyway, I went to bed and went to sleep. And I heard her get up. I don't know what time it was, but I heard her get up. And then she came back to bed. And she was being kind of restless throughout the night. Well, then finally, well, I shouldn't say finally, she woke me up about 3. And 27, I forgot what I was going to do, cues. And she had to go outside. And I heard, you know, I was kind of half asleep, and I could hear her wandering around, and then she came up on the bed, and she licked my arm, and then she gets in my face, and she does this, I don't know, this, she goes, to me in my face, and, oh my gosh. Yeah, she gets right in my face and does that. So I said, do you have to go potty? And oh my gosh, she jumped up. Well, she didn't jump, but yeah, she went running for the door. And so I got up and turned on the coffee. I was like, okay, I might as well get up. So I took her out. And she did her business and whatnot. And Yeah, because I was awake, but then it's just like, I'm just getting up and getting the day going here. And so I did, I don't know, just kind of goofed around here this morning, and I think she's ready for her breakfast at Champions. She hasn't had that yet. She'll come over and let me know when she's ready for it. So, yeah, so I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to do this whip and chat now. And while it's uploading, I can start to get some of my tasks done today. I got to get in and clean the bathroom. And then I want to clean the kitchen up really good because I did all that cooking yesterday, and I kind of half wipe things down, but it needs to be cleaned up. So I'm going to do that. Do a little dusting. So that's all I'm doing today. And then hopefully I can get some diamond painting in today with, I cannot take a nap. So I didn't get John at Horse Guards put up a new video, and I did not watch it yesterday. So I'm hoping to get it watched today. And get some diamond painting done. So that's my day for today. Yeah, and I was talking to Julie. She said, "Did you watch the new farm video from Sparkles?" And I said, "No, not yet. I didn't do any YouTube watching yesterday." And oh, there's some U's I missed. And she says, "Yeah, she put up a new one." So hopefully I get that watched today. And Jess has a video up. Well, she's got a blue dot by her name. Everybody's got a blue dot by their name right now. I am just so far behind watching. I'm sorry, you guys. I will get caught up. I got a 9 I missed here. There we go. So, yeah, so I am hoping I can be productive today. They say that this weekend, starting, I think is it Friday? We are getting into a heat wave. Into the 90s, possibly 100. So I thought, well, I am getting everything done this week because I do not do heat. I've got my fans out, so the fans are to the ready. I have not, we'll see if I need the AC going or not. Usually the first heat waves like this are not too bad. But sometimes they are. Or we'll get a few days. We're supposed to have it like for last 3 days or something. So we'll see if I can survive without the AC going. I try to conserve as much as I can for electricity. Okay, is that all the cues? Let's see, what do I want to do next? C13. And our rain is supposed to stop today. We have rain today. It was raining earlier. So the rain is, today is supposed to be the last day of rain. So tomorrow I will do some major vacuuming and then mop the floors, get them nice and clean. Get the paw prints off the floor. And I'm debating whether, well, Thursday night when David gets off work is grocery shopping night. So I usually go with him. And I'm debating whether to go out tomorrow and fill my water jugs or take them on Thursday night. But if I do decide to go out tomorrow, I go to a different Winco than David does. But if I do go out tomorrow and go to Winco, then I won't go Thursday night with him. It's just that he has water jugs to fill up, and they take up a lot of room along with all of our groceries in the car. So, yeah, that's why I might go do that separate. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. The stores shouldn't be too crowded because we're past the first of the month with everybody getting paid and, you know, all that stuff. So because I don't like to be out and about when there's a crowd. There we go. How long have I been jibber-jabbering? Oh, 30 minutes. Let's all go see what's in our... Oh, I didn't turn that on again. Dang it. I set it here and then forgot to turn it on. Okay, let's see what we have in our show and share. Oh, we only have a couple things in here. What's going on? Okay. Let's open this baby up. I'm going to put you on pause for just 1 second. Okay, first up we have Mary C. Oops, turn off my lights here. Okie dokie smoky. Ooh, look at this. Okay, she says, "Hiya, Miss Granny and fellow villagers. I thought this day would never get here, but I finally finished Wild Rainbow Flowers, a 60 by 40 from Dreamer Designs. It was such a fun and exciting canvas that took me roughly 2.5 weeks. Confetti like you wouldn't believe, but the colors were amazing. I learned a lot while working on the canvas. Number one, canvases of this size are just too difficult for me when having to work on a lap desk. I figure somewhere around a 40 by 40 or less will work best for me. Number two, this canvas had 10 ABs and 7 crystals. Gorgeous! However, never again will I do a full drill canvas with more than 1 crystal. Oh my word, they were so much bigger than the regular drills that it was a continuous struggle to keep my rows straight. I thought I would go cuckoo for my Cocoa Puffs. I plan on placing the canvas on the outside of my apartment door so all of my neighbors on this particular hallway can enjoy it. Much love to you, Miss Granny and Miss Ellie, as well as our lovely villagers. Blessings to all." Oh, but it turned out so beautiful. That is nice. Yeah, you need a big desk for those bigger canvases, don't you? Okay. I get my over here. That's it. I need to turn on my light for just 1 second. Okay. I can't even type. Wow. There we go. All right, who is up next? We have, oh, look at here. Mama D. Black Sabbath. We haven't heard from her in a long time. She has a completion. She says, "Hi, Granny Ellie, fellow villagers. Geranium gnome from DAC, 32.8 by 50.7, 41 colors, and 3 ABs. Wow, look at that. And my camera is not showing the brightness of this. But yeah, it is super bright. Look at that butterfly and a snail. That's so cute. I don't think I've seen that one before. That's really nice. And that is it for our show and shares today. So let's go over to our gab session. I'm going to turn back on the light. If I can get over there. Come on, you can do it. Okay. And we made it. All right. Up first, we have our whip and chat. And Lacey says, "What a fun whip and chat today, Miss Granny. You made me laugh out loud so often. When you said, 'Woo, doggy,' I about spit my water half across the room. Oh my goodness." I appreciate you so much. The show and shares were fantastic today. And that castle, oh my goodness. Much love and hugs to both of you and Miss Ellie, as well as our fellow villagers. Hope you all have an absolutely blessed and wonderful day." And Miss Bell, "LOL, lazy retired granny. I see you are doing a portrait. I love the picture. You crack me up. I think you have your opinion about Dreamer Design, but as we continue our diamond painting, things will improve as they want. Truly haven't tried them yet, but someone sent me a rose from them, but I have so many diamond paintings and so little time. Enjoy the rain. Sleep weather." Yeah, I had to turn on the electric blanket last night. Get nice and cozy. It was cold. Margie, "As always, enjoyed it all. Awesome vacay pics, Vicky. Nice show and shares." And who's up next here? Jane McCarthy. "Hi there. To you and all the villagers. My birthday is the 12th of June. Oh. All right, so hold on a minute here. I'll put that on the calendar. Oh, let's see. That's Friday. And we need... Jane. Okay, got you on the calendar, so you'll have a birthday short. That will be on here. So I said, put you on the calendar. Okay, next up is Julius. Kathy, those castles are gorgeous. Wow, I'd hate to dust that stair banister. Hopefully, if there were only 2 people eating the meal, they didn't sit on opposite ends of the table. Can you imagine? Hey, honey, can you pass the salt? LOL. Well, if you were in that room, you'd have your servant do it. Your stateroom looks amazing. Although those beds are darn narrow, I don't think I'd fit on one, or at least be able to roll over. Margie, Satara looks amazing. Grams, love your whips. I will have to send mine in. I forgot to send pics and email them to Granny for today's video. Have an awesome week, everyone. And Margie says, thanks, Julie. Okay, who is up next? What do we have? Ooh, this is the Oraloa diamond painting unboxing from Julie. Miss Lizard says, these are all so adorable and look like they will be so much fun to do. I haven't looked at Oraloa in years. I think I'll go check them out. And Colleen says, they are so adorable. Love them. And Pampered with Diamonds said, love your choices. I got a cat in that series in my mystery box. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see if we have anything more in here today. Slow day today, huh? That's it. All right, back to diamond painting. Take some coffee. Alrighty, get my tray. Okay, so let's see what we want to do next here. Let's do 2. I think I got too many out, but that's okay. So does anybody have any plans for today? I have to call DMV today because I need to make sure that I put in an address change. I can't remember if I did that or not. And they don't send updates anymore. You used to, on your driver's license, they would, if you had to change the address, they had a little sticker that they sent that you added to your license on the back. And they don't do that anymore. So I tried to do it online, but it kept kicking me out of there, or it didn't like it. It said, the information cannot be found. And I kept re-entering it, and then finally it said, you've tried too many times, get out of here. And so, but it did say I could call them, so that's what I'm going to do. Because I might have changed my address and, you know, I just didn't get a sticker. So, which is weird because if you get pulled over, you know, to verify your address, I guess they just call DMV. And there is Ellie. She's saying, excuse me, it is breakfast time. I need my breakfast of champions. You ready, Ellie? She's making her snorting noises at me. So I'm going to go feed her, so I'll let you guys go. Just a short whip and chat today. So, okay. She's over by the refrigerator. Oh, Ellie. Okay, so enjoy God's gifts for today and every day. Make sure you count your blessings, be blessings, give blessings, and I will chat with all of you later.